Today we're going to talk about, oops, today we're going to talk about next steps training. And it seems simple, but honestly, as you go through your training, you're going to see over and over again, the simple is what differentiates those who succeed against those who don't. Now, what happens next training to me is one of the most important components of following up, right? Um, so we can, after for every action there's a reaction, right? So in regards to following up with leads, there are, whenever we talk to someone, there's a what happens next after we speak with someone with every single lead. And if we're not taking the time to do the what happens next after we have a phone call with someone, we're going to be limiting our success. We're going to be limiting conversion. So for example, on a new lead, it came in a week ago. We talked to the lead. The lead seems as if they're interested in buying a home. We're not 100% sure when they want to buy, but they said 6 to 12 months. So we build a little bit of rapport. We talk to the lead. We understand what they're looking for, right? They want to look for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in Sacramento, up to 600,000, but they're not 100% sure when they're going to move. They also don't want to get pre-approved just yet, right? It's going to take a few more calls to get that person to the finish line, right? In your mind, when you click up that phone, you hang up, you need to think of what happens next, right? What should I do next to ensure that I have the highest probability that I won't forget this lead, or I won't give them value, or I won't follow up with them when I said I would? Before you hang up the phone, you should be setting up your next call. So, Susie, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Would it be okay if I follow up with you in a month or so just to see how things are coming along? And oh, by the way, I'm going to text you a link to an app that we use that is 100% private. So you don't have to risk clicking the wrong button and getting your contact information out there. Is it okay if I go ahead and text you that link so you can shop for homes like totally anonymously, so you don't become a lead for someone? And then I can also make recommendations for you for our off-market homes or great homes that I think fit your budget, our best buy list. Great. No one's going to say no to that. So you hang up the phone. In your mind, you got to think, what happens next? Number one, you're going to text her the link that you promised that you would text. That forces you to make sure everyone gets the app. So step one is text the link. Step two is change the status, right? We talked to her, it was new. Now we know she wants to move in 6 to 12 months. So we can call that a nurture, right? So we would change the status to nurture. We would update the details section with your notes of the call. So you're going to want to log exactly what you said when you said it. Then you're going to want to change the auto plan, because the auto plan is a new plan right now trying to stimulate a response. Now we need to put her on a nurture plan to make sure it's relevant contacts. So the nurture plan is going to text and email more relevant communication to someone who's looking to buy in a year or so. We're going to update and revise the listing alert, right? Because you've got more information on what she's looking for. Hopefully she downloads the app and we're going to be able to see more of her search history. You're going to set a follow-up task for 1 month out and make sure on that follow-up task you put a good clear note, like I would put hot, call Susie and discuss, did she download the app and is she liking the properties that we're sending, right? And then it's important to review and make sure everything is right. What happens next is the most important component of your sales career. After you hang up, after you meet with a client, right? What happens next after you meet the client? I run the after appointment auto plan, whether they signed or didn't sign. There's several versions of that. I set a follow-up task based on when I want to call them next. Whatever I told them, whenever I said I would follow up, we need to set a task for that. We need to change the status. Did the status change after the meeting? Are they going to buy now or are they going to wait, right? Every meeting, every interaction has a what happens next after it. If you screw this up and if you're not clear and detail oriented around this, you will have a minimal sales career. If you're really detailed with this and this is the one thing you get right, you will have a massive career.